Alright, so what is going on, everyone? Thank you for being back on the channel. And today we have my very first Modern Warfare 2 beta video. And in this video, I've got some sniper gameplay in the background with both snipers, the carbon and whatever the other one is. I got both of those in there, so enjoy the sniping content in the background. But today we are talking about the Call of Duty beta, the pros and the cons, what I think of it after week 1. The audio is a bit loud. It's a bit loud, but it's good. The audio is clear. It's crisp. You know, in my A40s or my A20s, whatever I'm using, it sounds good. If you got good headsets, you're gonna hear those footsteps. Footsteps are a little loud, but you're gonna hear stuff. The game just sounds nice and crisp, which, you know, I like that. I like a nice sounding game. The next thing I want to point out is less campers. Now, it's Call of Duty, you know, there's going to be campers, that's just what it is, but there are most definitely less campers in this game than there is in, you know, Cold War or Vanguard. Even Modern Warfare 2019, I feel like there's less campers in here, which is a good thing, because I don't like campers, but there's always going to be campers in every game. You know, that's just what it is, but if I feel less campers in this game. And the maps. The maps are decent, you know, for a beta. The 3-lane maps feel good. They feel fine. I'm not gonna, you know, bash on the maps. They're not bad. They're not good. They're just decent, good 3-lane maps. I like 2 out of the 3 maps. I think Farm 18 is the one I don't like. The map I'm playing on right now, I don't know what it's called, but I like it. And then I like El Mazra, I think it's called, the Mexican town one. But back what I was saying, the 3-lane maps, the flow feels good, you know. There's usually always someone flowing through the lanes. The lanes just feel good. And like I said, less campers. And the movement feels good. The movement doesn't feel perfect. There's definitely some things they can touch up on, but it just feels good for a beta. The movement feels good. I thought it was going to be, you know, terrible movement, but it feels like Modern Warfare 2019, but different in a good way. So, movement feels good. And then the melee. This could be a pro and a con, but the pro is that you can use a knife if you have your throwing knife attached, because I don't think they're ever going to bring back just the normal knife melee. I think it's always going to be a butt, the gun of your butt, you know, when you melee with that. I think that's how it's going to be for the rest of Call of Duty history, but the fact that you can throw your throwing knife on and use it as a melee, I like that a lot. I always like how they at least give you that option, so I'll be running the throwing knife when I have it unlocked. Next thing I want to touch on, oh yeah, and the finishing moves. They have that in the game still. Love it. Keep finishing moves in the game. I think they're awesome. And I really like how there's more than one movement. And I mean that in the sense of you can dolphin dive and you can slide. I really like, oh, here's a triple right here. 2, 3. No fourth. Unfortunate, but here's a triple. But I like how you can both dolphin dive and slide. And previous Call of Duties, in previous Call of Duties, you could only either like a slide, dolphin dive, or whatever else. But in this Call of Duty, you can do both slide and dive, which I love it. And then the very last thing I have for positives on this game, for at least ones I can think of, is the kill feed. The kill feed is very long. I like it. It's not super quick. Maybe it's even a bit long, maybe a bit too long. But the kill feed is very good for us snipers. We're going to be able to definitely hit some nice solid clips. So overall, with the good notes, the game just feels good. In the sense of, I'm going to be playing it all year. I hope. I really hope, if they don't really mess it up and they just keep it solid. So the game, it's just your average Call of Duty. I don't think it's going to be an amazing Call of Duty that's going to stand out to everyone. I don't think it's going to be a really bad Call of Duty, like how, for example, Vanguard. The worst Call of Duty, my opinion, we've seen. Horrible. Hated it. This is just going to be your middle-of-the-road Call of Duty. Nothing crazy good, nothing bad. It's just going to be there. It's just going to exist. We're going to play it. We're going to deal with it. And maybe we'll like it. I hope we will. So, now we get to rip into Call of Duty and talk about all the negatives I experienced. Oh, here's a triple right there. Like that little triple? No fourth, but it's a clip for me. I'm not picky when it comes to sniping. If it's a nice clean triple, it's a clip. So shut up. Anyways, let's talk about the negatives, all the bad notes in Call of Duty. The very first one, and this is just in the beta. Hopefully they might fix this. I don't know. But you can't unlock all the guns. Like the snipers you see me using, they're all preset classes. I can't customize any weapons that I want to use. You know, you can use like the M4 and whatnot. You can only get to level 16. But I'm a sniper. I want to use snipers in my classes, not ARs, not SMGs, not shotguns. You know, I want to use my snipers and not the preset snipers, ones I can actually customize. But that's just the beta. You know, it'll be fixed in the actual game because you can, you know, it's the actual game. But that's just a little petty thing in the beta that I can't do, and I don't like it. But the biggest negative I have in this game, the biggest, absolute biggest negative that stood out to me more than anything at all, is that the game just feels depressing. And what do I mean by that? Doesn't feel happy. There's no color to it. It just feels like a mundane, bland game. There's no sunlight, there's no colors. I mean, it looks good. I'm not complaining about the graphics or anything, but there's just no color. And take Valorant, for example. Valorant, that game is so bright and vibrant. It makes you happy. Like, you log in and you're like, hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'm getting absolutely rolled in rank, but the colors look good. You know what I'm saying? They got cool skins. They got characters look good. Everything just looks nice. It looks happy. This game just makes you feel depressed, which I don't want to feel any more depressed than I already am. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the color scheme in the game. It just doesn't feel good. Even in the bright map, El Mazrah, it just doesn't do it for me. It feels very depressing. Maybe they can add more colors in the game. I don't know. I hope they do. Even games like Rainbow Six Siege. Yes, the colors aren't super bright, but the colors are done well. And that's what a game needs. Even if it's going to be bland like Call of Duty, make it brighter, you know? And it is hard to see some players in the barrage or hiding, because everything is just so dark and dim. Everything just blends in. So, moving on from that, I don't know if this is just me, but the game feels heavy. Whether you're trying to sprint, whether you're trying to dive, whether you're trying to slide, ADS, throw a grenade. Throwing grenades just feels like you're throwing a 300-pound brick. Everything just feels heavy in the game. That's the best way I can describe the movement negatively, because the movement feels fine. It feels good. But it just feels heavy. It can definitely be better. It doesn't feel free. It doesn't feel like I can just run around like crazy. It just feels like I got bricks tied to my feet. I'm trying to run with bricks on. I don't know, but that's just me. And like I touched on already, the audio. The footsteps are very, very loud. Very, very loud. Which, you know, it's not a super bad thing, I guess, but it'd be nice if it wasn't so loud. And then the next thing we got is that, oh, I already touched on this. Doesn't feel like you can throw. Yeah, it just, like, when you're throwing grenades, it doesn't feel like you can throw that far. It just feels like a very heavy throw. Like there's bricks tied to your arm or something. Just doesn't feel good. And then slide canceling. You know, I love slide canceling. I think it's a great movement, but they take it out of the game. You know, it is what it is. I could care less. I'm not a stickler on it. I wish they still had it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna bash them on it. They take it out. They keep it in. I'm gonna play the game the same way, pretty much. Now the time to kill. Wow, that's all I gotta say. The time to kill is so extremely fast. They need to slower it to at least 1 or 2 more bullets. I don't know what to compare this to. I don't think it's as I think it's faster than Black Ops 1. Like the Black Ops 1 time to kill is a little fast, but it's doable. Here it just feels so fast. Which, like, let me get another bullet or 2 to the chest, and I'll be happy. And the headshot multiplier. Like, you could shoot first, but, I'll touch on this too, but the flinch, if you shoot first, the flinch is so bad that If they shoot you in the head, shoot you in the chest and the head, and if you shoot them 3 times in the chest, they're gonna kill you. If they shoot 2 bullets, one on the chest, one on the head, you're dead. If you shoot them 3 times in the chest, well, sorry, but they shot you in the head, and they got bad flinch, so you lose. Even though you shot first, you lose, sorry. And then the hit markers in the game, I mean, I have games where I get 1, maybe 2 hit markers, and then I'll have games where I'll get every single shot as a hit marker. Especially with a carbon. With this sniper right here that I'm using, it feels good. It's very rewarding when you get a kill with a sniper. That feels good too. The sniping feels good. It's very rewarding. But you get a lot of hit markers, and for a guy like me, I don't aim high. I just aim at the body. I shoot the stomach. Should be a 1-shot kill, not a hit marker. That's all I'm saying. From the waist up should be a 1-shot. At least from the middle stomach up should be a 1-shot. Jeez, even lower chest up should be a 1-shot. I don't know. Just make 1-shots more predominant. And then skill-based matchmaking. I know they got a little bit in the beta, but I didn't experience it too much, except towards when I started, dropping the 25 kill, the 30 kill games. Then I started getting to these really good lobbies, and you can definitely feel the skill-based matchmaking, but I don't think it's as extreme as some people are making it out to be. But it's there. I mean, I think it's going to be more extreme in the actual game, and I hope not, though, because skill-based matchmaking, you guys know what it is, so I won't really talk about it because we all hate it. So, the flinch. The next thing I want to talk about is the flinch. It's like, dude, it's like you get shot, even in the toe. You get shot in the toe, your gun's pointing towards Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like, jeez, the flinch is bad. Especially when you're getting, like, you're trying to ADS with a sniper and you're getting sprayed with an SMG. Like, dog, you lost. The flinch is insane. And that's why I can't wait to customize classes with my sniper so I can at least help the flinch. Because the flinch is very bad. And it was the same way in the last 3 Call of Duties. I forget which one. Either Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, or Vanguard. I forget which game. Maybe all of them. But I remember one in particular had extremely bad flinch. And it was terrible to play. I hated playing it because of the flinch. But once you can tame the flinch down, it's a lot easier to play. And the next thing I want to talk about is the muzzle flash, and this is primarily for like your not your snipers, but your assault rifles and your SMGs. Snipers don't really get affected like this. Snipers get more affected with the flinch, but the muzzle flash with the ARs and SMG. Dude, tone it down. Just tone it down, because it is bad. I think you see it here. I don't think, or is there any? I don't know if there is, but I don't really use ARs, but I had to before I could unlock the snipers. And wow, muzzle flash is bad. You just lose people. You shoot 2 bullets and hey, where'd he go? I don't know. He's gone. And then the sights for ARs, they're weird for me. Usually in past Call of Duties, you throw on a red dot and you can get those long shots and you'll be fine. Now, like, if you put on a long dot, it feels so much harder to get long shots. Even if you're just using a regular sight, like, it feels like you have to use like a 3 times multiplier, 4 times multiplier, hell, even a 25 times multiplier. It just doesn't feel like you can get those those long shots, at least with normal sight. You have to have some sort of multiplier sight on to at least even get those long shots accurately, at least. And then another thing I want to talk about is the minimap. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal for me. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't bother me that much. Not having the red dot on there when people are shooting, it doesn't bother me a whole lot. I'm always running gunning. I'm not really camping, so yeah, I'm looking at the screen, but I usually always have a UAV up too. Especially when I'm doing good, having a good game, I always got a UAV up, so I can always see where they're at. But I mean, if they add the red dots, cool. If they don't, I really don't care. I'm gonna keep playing Call of Duty the way I play. Keep rushing, keep running, gunning, and keep doing what I'm doing. But I mean, they said it in a post. We don't want to punish players for shooting. We don't want players to be scared to shoot their guns, which I get it. I can see that. But at the same time, put us a restaurant if you don't want it, you know. But either way, I'm not going to complain. If they have it, cool. If they don't, whatever. So the very last thing I want to talk about are the perks. The perks are weird. You know, we know this. Everyone who's played the beta, we know this. Perks are weird. I don't know what it is with a gunsmith and the creative class, but everything is so much to take in. Like, bro, give me my pick 10. Give me my pick 10 back. I'm happy. I'm a simple man. Give me my pick 10, and I'll be good. But with this new perk system and everything, it feels like you gotta like get out your calculator and get out your notepad and take notes on what everything does and calculate what everything does. Same with the muzzle and, you know, the gunsmith. It's so much to take in. You know, I'm just trying to put on a couple attachments, put on some perks. You know, hey, boom, we're good to go. That's what I like. That's what I'm used to. But this new perk system and this new creative class system is so complicated. It hurts my brain. It really does. But that is it. That's all I have for today's video. That's all the negatives, I guess, I have, and the positives for week 1. And hopefully the game gets a little better. Hopefully they fix some stuff for week 2. But that is it for today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. Like the video if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next video.